You're born somewhere between 1092 and 1210 CE in a Kohistan castle in Persia, modern-day Iran. Sounds cool, right? Well, not really. Timing couldn't have been worse. Your family's excited, sure. On the seventh day, they even name you after your grandfather. Dude died in battle years ago. Hopefully, that's not foreshadowing. But speaking of battles, you're basically born into one. Turns out the castle you're born in? Yeah, it's been under siege for months. The Seljuks are outside, and they're not exactly here for tea. Your dad and uncles are out there fighting for their lives. But hey, your birth gives them a quick excuse to catch their breath. Probably the last good news they'll hear for a while. After the naming, yep, back to dying. Life inside the castle really sucks. No one's coming in. No one's getting out. Food? Basically gone. Water? Good luck with that. The little that's left is stupidly expensive. If you're not rich, you're probably dead already. Or, on the menu. Yeah, rumors of cannibalism are going around. Nothing screams happy childhood memories like wondering if Uncle Riza is planning to season you with some salt and pepper. By the time you hit 7, the siege is finally over. The Seljuks are defeated, and your dad made it through, minus an arm. But hey, survival is survival, right? Could have been worse. You could have been dinner. Of course, 7 years trapped in a starving castle leaves a mark. You don't just dislike the Seljuks, you absolutely hate them. Like, ruined my childhood level hate. And you're not alone. Turns out you have an older brother, and you two are basically trauma bonded after that experience. But it wasn't all starving and praying your parents didn't die. The adults made sure you learned a few things. How to read, drilled Islamic doctrine into your head, and made sure you understood exactly who you were. Nizari Ismaili, persecuted by pretty much everyone. They tell you about Sayyidina Hassan-i Sabah taking Alamut Castle, and how now it's your turn to pick up where he left off. And honestly, you're here for it. By the time you're old enough to understand what a sword does, you've already decided. You're gonna use it. There's no let's talk it out in this era. It's simple. Kill or get killed. Your brother? Same mindset. One night you both sit your parents down and tell them, we're joining the fight. Your dad? Proud. Lost an arm, but gained 2 sons ready to finish what he started. Your mom? Terrified. Pretty sure she saw your guts spilling out in a vision or something. But feelings don't really get a vote here. It's your duty. And once you understand that, well, there's no walking it back. At 9, a group of warriors shows up at your castle, and they're definitely not here to deliver food. Nope, these guys are recruiting boys for a special unit in the Nizari Ismaili military. You, your brother, and a few other kids get picked. And just like that, your childhood's officially over. Congrats. Your parents? Heartbroken. But what can they do? It's for the greater good, whatever that's supposed to mean. The greater good's got a bad habit of costing people their kids. Next stop, Alamut Castle. If you haven't heard of it, just know it's the place. The Nizari Ismaili military and political HQ. Basically, where kids go in and killers come out. Boys from every corner of Ismaili land are brought here. And from day one, they start drilling the same stuff into your head. Islam, loyalty, and the whole sacrifice thing. You're 9. You don't totally get it, but hey, you're ready to die for the cause, right? Right? After a week, they reveal what the special unit really is. You're not just soldiers, you're fidais, or as outsiders whisper, hashashins, killers, shadows. From now on, everything changes, including the way you dress. Heavy armor? Bright colors? Forget it. They give you simple, dark tunics designed to vanish in a crowd. A cloth sash secures your blade. Soft leather boots keep your steps silent. A hood? Plain. Forgettable. You can pull low anytime someone looks a little too closely. Your job? Killing very important people. Oh, and one small catch. You're expected to die doing it. That one stings. You and your brother share a look because, yeah, that's not exactly what you signed up for. But no one complains. So, training starts. First, they break you physically. You run endlessly until mountains feel like warm-up jogs. Then they throw in climbing. Mountains, trees, castle walls. Quick, silent, like a shadow. It's brutal. Some of the kids don't make it. And when I say don't make it, I mean they literally die during training. But you survive. And so does your brother. Because if there's one thing you're both good at by now, it's not dying. At least, not yet. After a year of this nightmare, they finally hand you weapons. You meet your new best friend, the Jambia. A curved dagger that's basically designed for getting way too close to someone. If you're swinging this, it means you're close enough to smell your target's last breath. And trust me, that's exactly how the assassins operate. Up close, unseen, and absolutely final. But being a killer isn't just about stabbing people. Nope, you also learn to blend in, become invisible. Literally anyone, anywhere. They teach you languages, religions, customs, stuff you didn't even know existed. One week you're pretending to be a merchant, next week you're posing as a wandering monk. Basically, you become whatever gets you closest to the target. 10 years, that's how long this goes on. By the end, you and your brother are ready. Not just to kill, but to die. No running, no escaping. Confirm the kill. Whatever happens next, doesn't matter. Paradise secured. Then comes the day that proves it. One morning, the Grandmaster, the guy, calls all of you to the peak of a mountain. Says it's a loyalty test. You know it's bad when someone uses the words test and mountain peak in the same sentence. He picks 3 students at random. Lucky you, your brother's one of them. You feel your stomach drop, but you don't say a word. The Grandmaster starts reciting scripture about duty, sacrifice, paradise, stuff you've heard countless times, but this time feels real. And then he gives the order. Jump. No hesitation. Your brother doesn't even look back. He leaps instantly, along with the others. The sound when they hit the ground, you'll never forget it. Just this sickening plop echoing off the rocks. They're dead. You don't cry. What's the point? He secured his spot in heaven. But damn, you're gonna miss that goofy smile. The Grandmaster looks around and smiles, because he knows if he picked 10 more of you, you'd all jump. Right then, he declares training complete. No time to mourn. Not that you want to. You get your first mission immediately. Infiltrate a Seljuk castle and wait for orders. And honestly, you're hyped. You've dreamed of this moment. Killing a Seljuk? That's not a mission. That's a gift. It's your first time living among the non-Ismailis. Strange faces, strange customs. But you've been trained for this. Adapt or die, right? So you blend in. Easy. Your cover? Perfume trader in a Seljuk market. Honestly, you're pretty good at it. Selling fancy oils to people who'd spit on you if they knew who you really were. You smile, you count your coins, but none of it feels right. 6 months later, the message finally comes. Delivered through the Nazari spy network, quietly crawling all over Seljuk territory. Your first real mission. Your target? A Seljuk prince. Young, gaining influence, and pushing hard for anti-Ismaili policies. If he keeps going, your people suffer. Simple enough. Until you read the last part. Escape after the kill. Escape? Seriously? You're a Hashashin. You're not supposed to run. You kill. You die. That's the deal. The order feels wrong, but it's still an order. You won't be working alone. Another Hashashin is assigned to take out the prince's shadow, the Atabeg. Guy's basically glued to the prince. Follows him everywhere like a lovesick bodyguard. You both start surveillance. Weeks pass before you spot the weak link. Every Thursday, the prince strolls through the market. Most think he's inspecting trade, but you see through it. Turns out his heart isn't in politics. It's with the merchant's daughter. Too scared to speak to her, so instead, he just walks by. Every week. Like a creep. That's your opening. The night before the next Thursday stroll, you and your partner sign up as laborers at the same merchant's shop. No red flags raised. You're hired immediately. The next day, it's game time. You're working, waiting, breathing slow. Every second feels heavy because this is what you've trained for your whole life. No screw-ups. Right on schedule, the prince strolls by, sneaking glances at the girl. You see it clear as day. He's distracted. Perfect. You move fast, silent, invisible. By the time he sees you, your dagger's already buried deep in his chest. His eyes go wide, mouth open, but nothing useful comes out except a scream. At the same moment, your partner buries his blade into the Atabeg. 2 kills, 2 breaths, done. You twist your dagger, confirming the kill, and vanish into an alleyway like a ghost. It's over in seconds. No one knows what happened, except your partner. He doesn't run. He calmly kneels, praying, embracing martyrdom as soldiers freeze, too shocked to move. But you're gone, ordered to flee, like a coward. Part of you wishes you'd stay, died with him, like a real Hashashin. A week later, you're sent deeper into Seljuk territory. Different place, same mission. Your target? A military governor leading a siege on an Ismaili fortress. And not just any siege. This one starving out families and kids who remind you painfully of yourself. Killing this guy feels personal. You catch him slipping one evening, heading back to his tent for prayer. Perfect timing. One quick strike, one less Seljuk, and just like that, you vanish into the night. No witnesses, no trace, another ghost kill. And it doesn't stop there. One kill becomes two, two becomes a dozen. Soon, you've racked up more high-profile kills than most Hashashins ever live long enough to dream of. Honestly, it should have earned you martyrdom several times over. But instead of sending you to heaven, Alamut calls you back. You don't hesitate. You march straight in and tell them exactly how you feel. You accuse them, accuse, of stealing your chance at martyrdom. You were ready to die. You wanted to. That's when they finally tell you the truth. Not every Fidai gets to die. Some of you are meant to live, to lead, to train the next generation. Someone has to keep the machine running, manage networks, pass down skills, and apparently, that someone is you. They promote you, master of the Fidais. You hate it, every second of it, but you obey. Now, it's your job to train the next wave. Boys no older than you were when your brother leapt off that cliff without hesitation. Wide-eyed kids still clinging to the idea of honor, glory, heaven. And here you are, teaching them how to die. Because that's what it really is. You're not showing them how to live. You're preparing them for heroic deaths no one will ever remember. Names that vanish the moment their bodies hit the ground. Every boy that steps into your courtyard, you see your brother. You see yourself. Every drill, every lesson. It's just another slow funeral. Generations come and go. You watch them grow, sharpen, and march toward their deaths, while you stay behind. Eventually, even the sect leaders start to fear you, because a man like you, survivor, killer, ghost, knows too much, knows where the bodies are buried, because you buried most of them. They stop giving you orders, stop visiting your quarters. You're not their master anymore. You're their ghost, the last ghost in a castle full of memories.